Good evening and welcome to TVB News. Millions of people across the world are mourning the death of Britain's longest-reigning monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, who died Thursday afternoon at her summer retreat, Balmoral Castle in Scotland, surrounded by her immediate family. She was 96 years old. President Xi Jinping, US President Joe Biden, as well as leaders past and present, have sent their condolences. Tracy Furness reports.
Prince Charles, Camilla, as well as Princess Anne were at Balmoral when the Queen's health deteriorated yesterday. Her children, Prince Andrew, Prince Edward and his wife Sophie, and grandsons Prince William and Harry rushed to Balmoral to be by her side. Doctors had described the Queen as having mobility issues over the past months. By early evening, Buckingham Palace had announced the Queen had died peacefully in the afternoon at Balmoral. The new British Prime Minister Liz Truss made a statement outside 10 Downing Street soon after the news broke.
We are all devastated by the news that we have just heard from Balmoral. The death of Her Majesty the Queen is a huge shock to the nation and to the world. Queen Elizabeth II was the rock on which modern Britain was built. Our country has grown and flourished under her reign.
Local residents laid flowers at the gates of Balmoral Castle to pay tribute to the monarch, who many knew as their neighbour. There were also flowers laid outside her home in Windsor. In London, crowds gathered outside Buckingham Palace bringing flowers, and Londoners were sad on hearing the news.
It is terribly sad, but it's also good to hear and touching to hear that she's back with her husband, Prince Philip, and we're also really sad about the occasion. My mom called me earlier. She was crying on the phone because the Queen has been a huge part of her life and everyone's life. We've all grown up with her, so yeah, very sad indeed.
US President Biden and First Lady Jill Biden signed a book of condolence at the British Embassy in Washington, D.C. Biden said, "She was quite a lady. We're so glad we got to meet her." Former officials recalled the times they met the Queen.
I was lucky enough to meet her on several occasions. When Bill was president, when I was Secretary of State, and have a number of conversations with her. She was a curious, highly intelligent person who really wanted to learn what you knew and how it would fit into the world.
Celebrities took to Twitter to pay their respects. "Long live the King," said Paul McCartney, and Mick Jagger expressed his sympathies, saying Her Majesty has always been there throughout his life. Flags are at half-mast as the UK and the Commonwealth mourn the death of Britain's longest-serving monarch. Tracy Furness, TVB News.